be giving you a tour, overview, walk around of my 2000 Jeep Cherokee here, the Jeep that built this channel. This video is long overdue because it looks a lot different since the last time it was in a video, so let's check it out. Now, I was going to film this video outside, but the neighbors aren't really cooperating, so I'm in the shop here. Anyway, let's start with the basics. 2000 XJ, like I said. 4-liter inline 6, AW4 automatic, stock, rear ends, Dana 30, Dana 35. It's sitting on a 3-inch rough country lift. So the kit started out as an add-a-leaf kit. It wore out pretty quick, so I threw a 3.5-inch Pro Comp full leaf pack in the back. Wheels and tires. These wheels are just stock XJ and Comanche wheels from the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s that I painted. I made a video about that. Tires, Mickey Thompson Baja ATZs, 31-10-50 on those. Now, before we go any further, I don't consider this Jeep done, complete. It's always a work in progress. I just needed to get this thing on the channel again, so I'm just showing you where it's at right now. Never mind the stock axles and the 3-inch lift for now. We got changes coming. But with that being said, let's check out some of the accessories. Starting right here at the front, we have a dirt-bound off-road bumper. I forget what it's called. Pre-runner bumper, maybe? I like the bumper. It just took forever for it to get here. Probably 4 or 5 months after I placed the order, which was, I don't know, whatever. Winch, it's a Smitty built, 9,500 pound winch, steel cable winch with the fair lead and D-rings in the bumper. So as far as lighting is concerned, for headlights, we have truck light LED headlights. And then mounted to the bumper, we have 3 Hella 500 fog lights. Moving on back, we have the limb risers here. I made these years ago out of stuff from Home Depot, steel cable, and then I just drilled it into the hood, you know. They haven't failed me yet. Onto the roof, I have the limb risers coming up mounted to my car light bar, and on top of that, I have 5 Hella 500, not fog lights, what do you call them? Floodlights. 5 of them up there. And then just a cheap roof basket. I think it's a Kurt. I got it at Cabela's, I think. I don't really put anything up here. I have a spot for a high lift jack and then a spot to mount like a shovel or something. I got quick fist clamps on the other side. And then on the other side of the Jeep, I have my CB antenna mounted. It's a whip antenna. And then I have it clipped to the light bar at the front. And then on the back of the Jeep, the only thing going on back there is a affordable off-road bumper with a receiver and D-rings on it. Now let's pop the hood and check out some of the goodies under there. It's a little dirty under here. If you've been with the channel a while, you remember I had this engine out and freshened it up, painted the engine bay black. This Jeep used to be gold. The battery here, Optima, yellow top, jeepcables.com, big 7 upgrade. And then kind of going with that, you can't see it, but the alternator is from a Dodge Durango. I think it's 160 amp, and then all I had to do was modify the bracket for the XJ a little bit, and I went that route because specific alternators, that high output for an XJ are like ridiculously priced. You know, you just go on to Rock Auto or whatever for a Durango, and it's a lot cheaper. The only other thing really under the hood is some cheap eBay injectors. That's nothing to write home about. And then you can see along the firewall there is where I have everything wired for my lights, relays and stuff like that. I need to get some wire loom on there. Those wires, I tried. I zip tied them. That's about it under the hood. One huge thing I forgot to mention is I painted this Jeep about a year ago. So it started off, it was like gold champagne color. Then I painted it brown like 4 or 5 years ago. And then last winter I painted it black like you see now. Black, like Satan flavor. You know what I mean? Satin. And I didn't make videos on any of that, so sorry. And that pretty much wraps up the outside. Let's head inside and check out the interior. Welcome to the interior. Now it's pretty basic as far as XJ interiors are concerned, mostly stock. I do have a couple things I just wanted to show you guys for switches and stuff like that. Up here by the gauge cluster, I have 2 switches with LED indicators. So the top one is for my roof lights, switch it on, light comes on, and then just a spare below it. Stock head unit, got the wood grain, classy. Here in front of the shifter, I drilled a hole for my fog light switch. That's where the switch would be if your XJ had factory fog lights, so I just put it there. And over here beside the console is where I have my CB radio. It's a President CB radio, the Bill, President Bill, and then I just have the mic hanging up there on the side. And then right here beside the shifter is my winch controller, so we have an indicator light, toggle switch, and then in and out, and everything's labeled, which is really nice. And that's really all there is to see on the inside here. Tan on black, which I like. So I mainly use my Jeep for overlanding. And sometime I want to make a video when I have all my gear packed up and just do like an overland build, walk around kind of deal. And in addition to that, I'd like like to make a video of like everything I've done to the Jeep, because it did start out as a stock XJ. I've done a lot of work to it. I've pretty much turned every nut and bolt on this thing, and it's been on the channel for years. And that pretty much wraps it up. I know it's kind of a short video, but that's all there is to it, really. But that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, consider subscribing. Take it easy. See you in the next one.